its first ever Nollywood Nation Annual Conference Series 2023. As reported by One TV Network, the conference was hosted by Professor Friday Nwafo, HOD, Department of Film and Multimedia, Faculty of Communication and Media Studies, and it took place at the Epitome Hall at University of Port Harcourt, Uniport, Rivers State. The theme of the conference is Movie Stardom and Nation Building, and the convener is Professor F.O. Shaka, Uniport, and chief host of the occasion, Professor Barclays Fubiri Ayokoroma, as the keynote speaker. Chief Dr. Ejezie Emeka Rollas, National President, Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN, and many other dignitaries in the academia and Nollywood industry. The essence of the conference is for collaboration and partnership between the academics and film practitioners, where both those in the academics and their counterparts in the movies industries can make collaborative efforts and play critical and supportive roles in the development, growth, and success in every facet of the society. Where the Nigerian film industry, in a purposeful pursuit of national interest, will leverage on popularity and social influence, drive the nation-building agenda deliberately. The three-day conference recorded a huge success, as there were deliveries of welcome speech by the Vice Chancellor of Uniport, Professor Onari Abraham Georgewill, keynote speech by Professor Barclays Fubiri Ayakoroma, a speech by Chief Dr. Ejezie Emeka Rollas, the National President, Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN, paper presentations by several academicians, parallel sessions, and a host of other various enlightening, educative, informative, and entertaining activities that encapsulated the entire event, like cocktail with the VC, tea and coffee, and movie nights. The Nyesom Wike-led group of 5 PDP governors, made up of 4 former and 1 serving governor, held talks with President Bola Tinubu. The press has learnt. It was gathered that the meeting was preceded by a meeting held at the Abuja residence of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike. Soon after the meeting, it was gathered that Wike led his former colleagues to meet with President Tinubu at the presidential villa. Although details of the meeting were still sketchy as at the time of filing this report, it was gathered that a working relationship between the president and the former governors was what was tabled. A source privy to the meeting, who pleaded anonymity because he was not authorized to speak on the issue, said the G5 PDP governors first met in Wike's residence for a few hours before heading to the villa to meet with the president. Exact details of what was discussed was not available to the press as at the time of this report. But from discussions held during the initial meeting at Wike's residence, it was all about finding accommodation for the former governors in the scheme of things and, of course, how they can work together. The former governors who attended the meeting were Nyesom Wike, immediate past Rivers State Governor and now FCT Minister, former Benue State Governor Samuel Otom, former Enugu State Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, and former Abia State Governor Okezie Ikpeazu, and the serving Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde. In business, Nigeria and African Export-Import Bank, Afrexim Bank, have signed an agreement targeted at funding the nation's $200 million liquefied natural gas LNG project located in Bayelsa State. The agreement was signed at the ongoing African Energy Week AEW in Cape Town, South Africa, by Afrexim Bank and the product promoters Alphaden Energy and Oilfield Limited for the construction of a 20 million standard cubic feet per day gas processing facility. Under the terms of the agreement, Afrexim Bank would provide 70% of the fund, leaving 30% for the project promoters. The project will be built at the Obama Flow Station, situated in Oil Mining License OML 63 and will have the capacity to produce 405 million tons per day of LNG and 294 barrels per day of crude condensate. Speaking at the event, Executive Chairman Alphaden Energy, Pascal Anyang, said the pioneering project is based on the federal government's moves to commercialize or monetize huge gas reserves for use in industries, homes, and the transport sector. On his part, the Executive Chairman, African Energy Chamber, MJ Ayuk, said that gas is going to play a leading role in how we develop Africa's energy security. This is going to be a 45 billion naira energy facility that will be developed by an African company. The opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP) and Labour Party (LP) have complained at the federal government and the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) as cost of food items pushed inflation to a high rate of 26.72% in September. The National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) pointing increases in prices of oil and fat, bread and cereals, potatoes, yam and other tubers, fish, fruits, meats, vegetables and milk, cheese and eggs as the causes of the inflation spike. When contacted, the presidency declined comments and referred the press to the finance minister, Wale Edun, who could not be reached as he was in Morocco for the World Bank IMF summit. The Labour Party described the soaring prices of food and other items as a verdict on President Bola Tinubu's reign. Just as his presidential candidate in the last election, Peter Obi lamented that a vast majority of Nigerians now spend their entire income on food, which is hardly enough. The PDP said the report shows that President Tinubu and the APC are not ready for governance. On education, human rights activist Femi Falana, SAN, has advised the National Assembly to stop paying lip service to universal basic education in Nigeria. He made the appeal in a statement he sent to the press. Falana equally advised NAS to address the refusal of state governments to make counterpart contribution to the Universal Basic Education Fund pursuant to
allow the indefinite suspension of the Empower program. To benefit for the program, they not receive them for their place of assignment. Yet, when they expect monthly pocket money. The minister thought say the beneficiaries don't suppose come out from this program since 2022, but they still get the salary list. He talk say they must go back to go look proper into the Empower program. Let them for understand wetin be the problem so that they will fit suspend the program from now. How many people dey dey for the program right now? How many people dem dey owe and how much dem dey owe them?